the Grannies were in existence much longer than most bands are. You
Mhm.
put out more records than most bands do, and there are particular things about what the band is, based on the name, that are make you very distinct. So let's just talk about that because I'm expecting probably a lot of people like never heard of them. It's like okay, but you should know about them. So let's talk about the Grannies. There you go. For those of you who are listening to this podcast as opposed to watching on YouTube, Sluggo just held his knuckles up, across which are the letters Grannies, Grannies.
Dean Schieben of Dusseldorf, Germany, was the singer, and he and I guess you would also include Chris Sanborn, the drummer who had been the drummer in Ain't, the band I had previous to the Grannies with my wife Lorian. And I'd known Chris since Boston when we'd each had a band. I was in Hullabaloo and he was in Heyday, so we've known each other and played together for a long time. Dean, myself, and Chris have played every show from 1999 until 2025. Chris actually couldn't play the last one. So yeah, a long time, and it's kind of a ridiculous concept, and I think that's
So
part of what kept us going.
a quarter of a century,
Yep. Yeah, it's just
effectively.
I,
So
there's a certain point.
let's talk about the concept because
Okay, well,
again, a
first
lot of
off, the
people may
concept
not know.
was um not to get signed, not to be big. I think I was only in one band that ever tried to do that, and it's much easier and more comfortable and less stressful if you just say, we're going to play to entertain ourselves, and we're going
Uh-huh.
to play what we want to play, and if you don't like it, that's fine, and if you do, that's even better. But if you don't like it, we're not trying to, well, actually I shouldn't say we're not trying to force it on you. We do when we play live, but if you get pissed at us, which a lot of sound people did. So basically we dressed like old ladies. It was actually a brilliant concept because we were starting to get older. I started in my 30s and we played our last show a couple of months ago, and I'm 66 now. So played for a while. But I wore a rubber mask every show, and we all wore dresses and wigs. People wouldn't recognize us when we were out of our costumes,
Uh-huh.
which could be a good thing. If you played a really shitty show, you could just walk around and no one would give you crap afterwards. But um, but the concept just endlessly amused us. We thought it
Uh-huh.
was hilarious, and also we're drawing on things. We're drawing on, it's kind of anti-patriarchy. It's like, because if you've lived long enough, you understand that women are smarter. All right. Most men know that.